been cancelled, leaving many commuters stranded. The decision by the South African National Taxi Council in Ekurhuleni comes after some of their vehicles were impounded by law enforcement officials. SANTACO has accused traffic authorities of targeting their vehicles and impounding them for not having operating licenses. SANTACO says the licenses being demanded are not being issued by the relevant authorities. SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa joins us now with the latest on this. Mbalenhle, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. We understand that taxis have come to a complete standstill, and earlier on Full View, the SANTACO had told my colleague Mbalenhle Mthethwa then that they will also not be operational tomorrow. Do we know if that is the only issuance at this time, or do we know that if this might last longer than intended?
Well, what we've established so far from that interview that you're referring to, that we had with the SANTACO chairperson in Ekurhuleni, he said the protest action would continue on tomorrow, and tomorrow morning the more areas would be affected. And he also called on other regions to join in on the protest action, and said that this should become a strike action or protest action that affects the entire province, saying that the industry is bleeding money as a result of their vehicles being impounded, and they want their vehicles to be released, and for the minister to come and open up talks and see how they can find solutions. Right now, I'm just going to step out of the shot and I'm going to show you behind me. Now, this is the Germiston taxi rank, and there are vehicles that are stationed out here, and they are really just waiting for those individuals who are traveling from Johannesburg. We have seen some taxis coming and dropping off people here who then have to find alternative means to get home, and this means that they have to jump onto bakkies, private vehicles. We've seen the vehicles lining up here, the private vehicles that you see in the far distance over there. They essentially collect people and then come back and queue all over again for more people. But I'm joined now by the HOD for Roads and Transport. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. We've heard SANTACO in the region, in Ekurhuleni where we are, saying that this protest action is not going to only affect commuters today, but it is expected to continue on tomorrow. Do you have contingency measures in place to assist in this regard?
Thank you very much. I think let me just first express our disappointment. Just today, the Minister of Transport met the Minister of Police and the other leaders within the transport sector, including the Transport Alliance and SANTACO, both leaders at a provincial level and at a national level. They made a principal commitment that law must abide, law must be respected. And what we are expecting tomorrow is that all operators who are law-abiding citizens, who are law-abiding operators, must be on the road, must operate. We are very disappointed that at one point we speak to the leaders, then we have got people on the ground that send different information. And therefore we are calling all of them to respect the commuter. And we expect that all residents of Ekurhuleni and everybody that expect transport, public transport must be made available.
And now, with regards to the permits, right, there is an accusation that the department is no longer issuing operating licenses. And last week we heard that there was a backlog pertaining to operating licenses. Are these issues related?
Let me first accept that there is backlog, but some of the backlog is not necessarily backlog. We've got to ensure that the information that we process is a purified information, it's a correct information. And what we have and what we have seen so far, the cars that have been impounded by the department have got nothing to do with licensing. We find that cars are not roadworthy. We found that cars were at all without licenses, and we found that there's not even an application made with the department. There was also an argument, or rather a suggestion, that people are waiting permits because there's a backlog and they've made application, they've got proof of application or receipt of such application. Just out of 35 vehicles that we have impounded, only 2 have receipt, and those receipts were old as 2023. Clearly, these are not current applications, and there is no issue about application. It's about operators that want to be on the road without following law. And our message is clear. Everybody must respect law. If you are on the road and you are not respecting law, that all the taxi operators are aware of, because the MEC of the department every Friday morning meets with the taxi associations, meets with operators to communicate on such matters. So if they are not going to be respecting what they themselves agree with the MEC and they've made a commitment to, and they expect that they are going to be on the road without following the law, we have got to respect that law and remove the cars, unfortunately.
Now, there's been a threat that they will continue protesting until these vehicles have been released. What do you say to that?
We'll continue engaging them. The MEC is on her way here. I'm here as head of department. The law enforcement is coming. We'll continue engaging with them. Even tonight, we are going to continue engaging with them, because our expectation is one. We want people to have their way to work tomorrow. We want school children to go to school. We want everybody to be mobile tomorrow. And we are going to continue engaging them tomorrow.
There you have it. It would seem as though engagements will continue through the night to avert what could be a crisis that could leave commuters stranded in the morning and unable to make it to their various places of employment and their various destinations tomorrow morning. But for now, it is back to you in studio.
Mbalenhle, thank you so much for that report. Really do appreciate it. Mbalenhle coming to us live there from Ekurhuleni, giving us a view of what's taking place with the ongoing protest.